So here is my program for homework number 1 of distributed systems. I chose to write my program in Python because that's what I'm comfortable with. And you can see on line 1, we import the sys library, which will help us access the args array and standard in and standard out. You can see on line 3, I decided to define a function to check what arguments have been passed to our program and parse those arguments and print based on the suggested logic in the instructions. So first, we check if -o is in the args array. If it is, we make note of the index of -o, so we can print -o and then the argument that was passed in right after it, because that is how we are parsing these arguments. We do the same thing for -t. If it's in the args array that we pass into this function, we make note of the index of -t, and then we print -t colon space with the item right after -t. And then with that -h, there is no output right after it, so we just print the -h as instructed, and in this order, O, T, H. So the name of the program will always be the first argument when we run the program from the command line. So we just eat that right here. These are just notes for myself. You can see I instantiate an args array, and then for every argument in the sys.argv array, I append it to args so I can use it in my function call at the top. I could also use just sys.argv, but decided to be more verbose. I print standard input because that is the first thing a program should print. I take the first line of text that the user inputs and write it immediately. If this is nothing, then nothing gets written. And then while there's a variable stored in text, so if there's any input beyond the first line, we keep storing the text in a variable and writing it to standard output. And then when the program is exited using Control-D, we print the command line arguments prompt, and then I run my own function that I defined with every arg except for the first one being the name of the program. Thank you.